Hello everybody and welcome to another edition of Korok's Corner. I'm your host Korok Xavier. First of all, I wanted to apologize that I have not uploaded a video as of late to YouTube. It's been a couple days, and for that I do apologize, but real life situations have arisen and I have to be a father more than I am a gamer. So I appreciate everybody's patience, but things should be turning back to normal here very shortly. What I also wanted to talk about is what we had discussed last time about the Nintendo Switch's hard drive capability. Now, like I said before, it's a 30 gig hard drive, and with system allocations and system updates, it's more like 25, like I said in my last video. A lot of YouTubers are blowing this way out of proportion. As long as you are conscientious of the games you play, you should be able to determine the right micro SD stick for your system. I personally, like I said before, use a 256 gigabyte micro SD stick, and it works wonderful for me. And I really don't have to worry about a 5 gigabyte save state or memory resonance on my hard drive, like for instance NBK 2K18 is going to be using. Okay, this is a third-party developer's issue, not Nintendo's. Nintendo gives them the software suite that they need to be able to produce games upon their system. If the third-party vendor does their job and does it right, even with the amount of graphic content or whatever, the game shouldn't really take that much room, especially when it comes to save states. So you really shouldn't have much of a problem with a 256 gigabyte hard drive micro SD stick in your system. Should be able to handle all these save states without a problem. Now granted, if you download every single or buy every cartridge off there and download all the content or whatever, yes, eventually you're going to run out of space. But, you know, like I told you before, I gave you a workaround around that and it should work out fine. And news on the home front, I'm trying very hard to make sure that my content is reasonably polished. I'm going to work on making sure that all my content from here on out will be able to be viewed at YouTube at 4K resolution. So hopefully I've got the correct software suite and I'll be able to provide that with no additional issues or problems. Another issue that I wanted to talk about, I have not experienced this firsthand, only by hearsay. With the multiplayer capability, I have not really tested that out very much at all, other than playing Mario Kart. I do not or have not interacted with any players on the Nintendo Switch since I have been playing Mario Kart. Now, from what I hear, you have to use an app on your smartphone to be able to talk and communicate with the players online. I find this to be a little bit of an inconvenience, and I do not think that this is going to go out very well. Now, I will research this matter a little bit more and further in the future, and when I get more information, I will make sure that I inform you on this. But if this is the case, this is going to turn a lot of players down. To have another device interact with your game console is pretty cool, but not when it requires you to use it while you do multiplayer or communication between players online. This, oh my God, I can see where this is going to have a lot of naysayers and a lot of trolls going out after Nintendo because they're not thinking before they actually leap into the system. Maybe this is popular in Japan, but here in the US it's a completely different market and gamers react differently. So we'll just have to see what the future holds. Understand that Nintendo is undergoing a lot of online switches and a lot of changes coming up here in the next few months. Their online service you will need to pay for. Probably most likely what will happen is when that service is where it needs to be, then they're probably going to be implementing patches and updates to certain multiplayer games. Mostly, hopefully, not to the point where you have to use your cell phone to talk. Hell, my cell phone half the time isn't even charged. So that might pose a bit of a problem. And my wife had asked me the other day about a scenario that she just came to her mind is what if the Nintendo screen itself on the handheld is cracked. Will they still be able to play their games? And I told her that I was not really sure, but I'm sure if it is a dockable portable console, that even if the screen is shot, as long as you import it into the dock, it should show up on the TV with no problems whatsoever. But this is hypothetical. I'm not quite for sure. If you know for sure, or if you've had situations similar to the Nintendo Switch, please write in the comments and description below and let us know about your experiences with the Nintendo Switch. Now, I understand that with the Nintendo Wii, if you broke the screen, you couldn't play your games very well because, you could only do so much with the controllers themselves that you could with the interactive touchscreen. Well, with the Nintendo Switch, with the Joy-Con and that, this might be completely different because you can also set it back in the dock. Will that override the broken screen and the distorted image? Please let us know. We are curious to find out what you have to say here on Chorus Corner. Always remember to rate, comment, and subscribe when you watch our channel if you like our content. And that's just one of the things that, I want to get out there. Every time somebody likes one of our shows, it helps our channel out tremendously. My wife helps do the video editing, and she's a fantastic woman, and I appreciate all the hard work she puts in for Crocs Corner. I would also like to mention that if you have not bought a Pro controller for your Nintendo Switch, if you have a Nintendo Switch, I would recommend you getting one. Even with the Joy-Cons themselves, a Pro controller will make you feel like an avid gamer. And with that, this is all the time that we have here at Cork's Corner. I'd like to thank everybody for tuning in, subscribing, and liking our channel. And as again, take care of each other, be kind to each other, and most importantly, game and game hard. Bye.